Hello, welcome, and hi. As always, I'm your host, Doc Tima. I'm here for another quick discussion about our mediated world on this media literacy thing I'm trying out. First thing I want to say is that I'm switching my post production software. I've been using Photoshop Premiere, which is something that I get from my campus. I'm switching over to a different system that is free. I want to see how that goes, primarily so I can keep kind of things separated from what I do, in my official life and what I'm doing here. So I just want to say that in case things look different. I'm trying to learn new software. It's all about part of being media literate, right? Any case, something I've been thinking about over the past weekend, particularly since the events of Friday in the Oval Office in D.C., is this idea of information silos. So the moment it happened, I started to predict which outlets would say what and how the events would be framed by various folks on various news stations and through various companies. I started by the time the talking heads read it this morning, being Sunday, it was pretty typical. There was an interesting anomaly just a short time after the actual event on Friday, though, and that was on Fox News with Brett Baer. Um, I try to watch all the cable news networks. It's something, and that's that media literacy part, right? And I saw the Chiron when I was flipping on to Fox. The text about on the screen is called a Chiron. Stated that the Ukrainian president was going to be on the show. I was like, well, that's interesting. It was supposed to be a quick interview. I'm thinking after the signing of the deal between the U.S. and Ukraine, it was to happen in the White House. However, because my eyes are very itchy tonight, that signing never happened. As it didn't happen, we've seen what happened that day. Zelensky could have canceled, no problem. Instead, he kept the interview. It lasted a half hour. I don't recall there being any commercials. There were some expected attempts from the host to kind of go the way that Fox goes. But it was a raw and honest bit of journalism. Bear wasn't prepared. He asked some pretty good questions. And Zelensky had the opportunity to really speak his mind. Get a good chunk of his ideas out there before the spin doctors across the world got a hold of them. And I think that's important. And the reason I bring it up is because this counters what we experience, which is all these information silos. Information silos are these things that we place ourselves in. Kind of goes along with the spiral silence idea I brought up a couple videos ago. We It's so easy for us to let the algorithm take over what we see and who we listen to. That's often people that agree with us, right? And so everyone agrees with us. We're not challenged. If we're not challenged, well, let's face it. We become less smart. Let's just put it out there. We need to consume and interrogate all of the messages out there, not just the ones we agree with. Is it difficult? Yes. It's not easy. Is it going to cause you some consternation? Possibly some blood pressure spikes, definitely some, pulse rate increases. Yeah, it's gonna. Why? Because you're hearing things that counter your zeitgeist, your point, your worldview, right? But if we can alleviate the information silo around us and we can have a better understanding of everything going on, well, then, a couple things happen. One, we are not easily as swayed or duped, right? We move into the idea of the active co-creator of meaning that Raymond Williams told us about in the 1950s or 60s, and not being passive dupes, just internalizing it all. And second, because the algorithm doesn't work as well, because we are actually critically consuming things, maybe we push against all of this stuff going on around us. Maybe if each of us takes the time, suddenly all of us are doing it. And if all of us are really paying attention and honestly interrogating what's coming at us, including the things that we agree with, It's really easy to get swept up in a bandwagon moment. Go back to the fallacies conversation. We just get swept up in it. It's very easy to go with it. It's not a problem. But if we can push against it, if we can take the time, we always say we never have enough time. You've got the time. You're listening to me babble here, right? If we can take the time, maybe, just maybe, we might be a little better because of it. Just a thought. In any case, that's all I'm going to babble about for now. Think about our information silos, what we're contained by, right? What echoes off the echo chamber that we keep hearing in our heads, and then ask ourselves if it's really the best way to be living. So, with that said, I hope you enjoy my Jesus and Mary Chain T-shirt. I'm a huge Jesus and Mary Chain fan because I'm a Gen Xer. What can I say? I'm a post-punk Gen X kid. It is what it is. So, until next time, take it easy, be well, take care of each other, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.